The Way of Water ended in heartbreak. Before Jake Sully rises in fire and ash, here's everything you need to know about how he got here. From Earthbound to Awa, Jake's origin. Jake Sully was born on Earth on August 24, 2126, the identical twin brother of Tom Sully. He grew up hearing stories of Pandora, a lush moon of the gas giant Polyphemus, even as Earth in the late 2100s slid into ecological collapse. Earth's population by the 2120s had swelled past 30 billion, and major cities were overcrowded and polluted. The Sully twins' childhood was ordinary on a dying Earth, but Jake was always the more adventurous sibling. He was fascinated by myths of great warriors like Alexander the Great. When he was old enough, Jake joined the U.S. Marine Corps for purpose and challenge. He became a corporal in the 1st Recon Battalion. In the 2140s Resource Wars, Jake was deployed to Venezuela, where he was critically wounded. Paralyzed from the waist down, he returned home a paraplegic. Unable to afford experimental surgery with his veterans' benefits, Jake lived in a dilapidated urban apartment, rolling through polluted streets, but he never lost his fire. He had recurring dreams of flying free over a jungle, hinting at a deeper destiny. By 2148, Earth was on the brink. In the summer of that year, tragedy struck when Jake's twin brother Tom was mugged and killed. Soon after, recruiters from the Resources Development Administration found the grieving Jake. A deleted scene has this take place in a rainy alley after a bar fight. They offered him a chance to take Tom's place in the RDA Avatar program, because their DNA was identical. With little left to lose, Jake agreed. On July 28, 2148, he departed Earth aboard the ISV Venture Star, bound for Pandora and a new life. Becoming one of the people. The ISV Venture Star is over 1.5 kilometers long, travels at 70% the speed of light, so the voyage to Pandora took nearly 6 years in stasis. 5 years, 9 months, and 22 days to be exact. When he awoke on May 19, 2154, he found himself at the human base Hell's Gate on Pandora. He was filled with wonder and confusion. Through a neural link, he entered his genetically matched Na'vi avatar body, a 9-foot-tall blue cat-like warrior. Suddenly, Jake could walk again, literally standing on Pandora's rich soil for the first time. At Hell's Gate, Jake reunited briefly with Dr. Grace Augustine and his friend Dr. Norm Spellman, both in their own avatars. But it was a field mission, into the Pandoran wilderness, that set his life on course. Jake was hooked up to a link pod, which operates through neural syncing, essentially mapping a human brain's activity into the avatar via quantum entanglement protocols. Within hours, Jake's avatar was attacked by a Thanator, and he was saved by a Na'vi woman named Neytiri. Neytiri was the daughter of the clan leader Edukan and the Sahik, spiritual leader, Moet, of the Omaticaya clan. Her people had never seen a human walk again, much less in a blue body. Awa, the Na'vi deity, had marked Jake as special by granting Neytiri a vision that night. Moet and Etukan agreed to let him stay with the clan so they could learn more about the Sky People. Neytiri was appointed as his tutor. For the next several months, Jake immersed himself in Na'vi ways. Guided by Neytiri, he learned to ride a dire horse. He became a skilled hunter, earning the title of Taranyu when he successfully tracked and killed a giant hexapede. Jake proved himself again by undergoing the Ikran taming rite, leaping from the sacred high rock and bonding with a flying banshee. As an Ikran Makto, Jake gained his lifelong flying steed and the respect of the Na'vi. The banshee rite has only a 1 in 10 survival rate among young Na'vi. Jake accomplished this within weeks of entering the forest. By late August 2154, Jake was officially accepted as one of the people, a full member of the Omaticaya, and he and Neytiri united in marriage under the Tree of Voices. Once fully integrated into the Omaticaya, Jake develops deeper bonds with Awa, with Neytiri, and with Pandora itself. He openly defies the RDA when ordered to force the Na'vi from their home tree. Home tree housed over 300 Na'vi, but stood more than 100 meters tall and sat atop a $20 billion deposit of unobtainium. Jake's defiance triggers the climactic war of Avatar. August 20, 2154 saw Home Tree's destruction. Parker Selfridge ordered the valley razed, and in the attack, Etukan fell, along with dozens of Na'vi, and turned the Omaticaya into refugees overnight. Neytiri's cousin Tsute became the new clan leader. Escaping with Grace and Norm in Trudy's stolen dragon gunship, Jake led the survivors to the Tree of Souls. There, at dawn on August 21st, Jake fulfilled an ancient legend by taming the Toruk, becoming the new Toruk Makto. With this, Jake convinced 15 Na'vi clans, including the Omaticaya, the Olangi Jungle Clan, the Tairangi Hill Clan, and more, to join together. In the dawn assault on August 23rd, the allied Na'vi defeated the RDA forces at the Tree of Souls, the Hallelujah Mountains battleground. Colonel Quaritch fell, and the Na'vi won their war. Grace Augustine died of her wounds in the aftermath, and Jake, his human body abandoned, had his consciousness permanently transferred into his avatar by Na'vi ritual. Jake Sully's symbolic significance is immense. He is the link between two worlds, proving that understanding can triumph over conflict. The Avatar universe's history, movies, books, and beyond, all turn on Jake's deeds. His story, as richly detailed in films and official lore, makes him arguably the most important character. Exile and the Ocean Clan. 15 years later, Jake Sully is no longer just a warrior. He's a father, a husband, and the leader of a fragile peacetime. Now the husband of Neytiri and leader of the Omaticaya. He and Neytiri have 4 children, sons Neteyam and Loak, daughter Tuk, and their adopted daughter Kiri, the mysterious daughter of Grace. They cherish a time of calm. Following their defeat at the Tree of Souls, most of the 2,000 RDA personnel, more than 90% of them, had been evacuated aboard ISV Shepherd and ISV Prometheus, leaving only a few outposts like Hell's Gate. But this all changes in an instant. The RDA returns to Pandora with a more aggressive strategy, this time to colonize, not just exploit. Jake leads guerrilla resistance attacks against RDA trains and supply lines, becoming a major threat to their operations. But Quaritch's forces begin targeting Jake's children, putting his entire family at risk. After a near-fatal encounter with Quaritch and his team, Jake realizes his family has become a liability to the resistance. To protect the Omaticaya and his loved ones, Jake steps down as clan leader and takes his family into exile. When Captain Quaritch's recombinant forces arrive, Jake has withdrawn with his family to the ocean, allying with the Metkayana Reef clan, leaders Tonawari and Ronal, to protect his children. Most of The Way of Water takes place during this time. We see months of the Sully family learning the ways of the sea, and then a brutal campaign by the humans. Quaritch's raids burn a Taunui village and kill the great matriarch, Roa. The Sully family fights back in the skirmish at the Three Brothers. Tragically, eldest son Neteyam is killed in that battle. Neteyam was 15 years old. His death marks the first major loss in Jake's family. While Jake himself fights valiantly, managing to repel the RDA assault, he ultimately withdraws deeper into Pandora to safeguard what remains of his family. Neteyam is honored with a water funeral, but his and Neytiri's hearts are broken. What comes next in Fire and Ash? Looking forward to how Jake's role will progress. In Fire and Ash, Jake Sully won't be hiding anymore. He'll be leading. With the RDA expanding and Quaritch still alive, Jake is expected to step up as a Warheim commander. He'll likely build alliances with other Na'vi clans, including the mysterious and more aggressive Ash people, to unite Pandora against human occupation. Jake's background as a Marine and his experience with Na'vi warfare make him the ideal leader for the next phase of the fight. Expect him to organize resistance efforts, train new warriors, and lead major strikes against the RDA's forces and outposts. With Neteyam gone, Loak is stepping forward, and Jake must guide him while dealing with his own grief. He'll also have to protect and support Kiri, whose bond with Awa could become crucial to Pandora's future. But Jake is more than just a warrior. Spiritually, Jake has become attuned to Awa. He honors Na'vi traditions, linking cues with the trees, following the elders, and embracing mystical experiences even if they initially unsettle him. As in Way of Water, when his daughter Kiri enters an Omatahatu trance, and he gradually accepts the deep connection to Awa. This makes him a different wartime leader, and this war isn't just about territory anymore, it's personal. Jake is fighting for his family, his people, and the soul of Pandora. The stakes are higher, the enemy is stronger, and the cost of failure is total. Jake Sully is done running. In Avahar 3, the fire is coming, and he'll be at the center of it. Subscribe now so you're ready when the war begins.